back live this nice Friday, this rainy, fucked up Friday.
It's all
Hoping
good. We
I'm
here.
It's all fucking night, man. I got shit to do. But we are here live, you know what I'm saying? Got my nigga Rich Romaine in the motherfucking building.
In the building.
Queens is in the house, Southside, Jamaica, Queens. You already know what's going on, bro.
Nothing, man. Just chilling, just, out here just working hard.
Yeah, working. I see you working, man. That's what's up. So, tell them about what you doing, man.
Yeah, I just put out Facility Dreams, a movie. I'm just trying to put on for Queens more because, right now Queens ain't really got nothing like that. So I'm just trying to bring that whole vibe back to Queens. Trying to,
Okay. And this is
Disorderly Dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it about?
Basically what it's about is how money, friendships, and the streets don't mix. It's about basically how a young man in the movie, a lot of hardships just come my way, and I just got to deal with it. Whatever comes is life. So whatever comes towards you, you got to deal with it any way that you can. You just got to take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying?
So you're talking in experience, like.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, like the whole movie was really, if you kind of asked me like 2 years ago, I would say I didn't really expect to take it this far.
Okay.
Because the whole process was basically just something to get me out of high school. The whole thing, I wrote the whole thing back in 12th grade because I had to take creative writing to get me out of high school because I came with that and math. So my back was basically against the wall. So one night I was just in the crib and I was writing. I was just at it, just writing. My mom had to work late that night. So, I just had to go with it. I just was writing. And as I was writing, I'm like, yo, it sounds interesting, but I never expected for it to be that ill, I was reading it. I'm like, yo, this is really dope. I was surprised that I really wrote something that good because, I was always a good writer, but I really took my writing talents further after that. So after I had wrote it, I had showed my mom. I'm like, yo, Mom, look at this. I'm like, you think this is good enough to give me an A? She's like, you should do something with this. I'm like, don't gas my head up, Ma, because a lot of parents, like one thing.
They just being supportive of their son shit, like.
Shout out to my mom too, because my mom, she was a good support system through the whole thing. And when I had showed it to her, she like, tell your teacher's gonna be one day late. I'm like, why? I gotta show this to my coworker. She was showing it to her coworkers. Like, yo, this is ill. He should do something with it. Now this is back in 2014, so I had took it to my teacher a day late, and he was like, yo, this is really good. Like, you should do something with this. I'm like, I mean, listen, this is just to get out your class. But me and my teacher, we was always cool. We was mad tight, and I had told him like, it's just to get up out of here. So a year had passed by. I slept on it. A year had passed by. And then my mom had found it because everybody comes in. My mom, my whole family, like, yo, your mom's, she loved cleaning, but like this particular night, she was like, yo, I just want to clean the curb, and she had found it under the flat screen. She was like, this is the same paper I was telling you about. Like, you should really do something with it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna think about it. So like one night went by and I had text my mans. I'm like, yo, I'm really thinking about taking this to the next level. He said, well, if you want to take it to the next level, like, I'm behind you. I'm like, all right, so let me just see what the people say. I had just wrote it on Facebook as just a joke around. I had told people, I'm coming out with a movie. Like, 80 people liked it, just like in an hour. Like, yo, word, I want to be in it. And next thing I know, I see mad people just hit me up like, I want to be in it, I want to be in it, I want to be in it. And I put on Instagram. Same results. I want to be in it. I want to be in it. So I'm like, yo, this is not a game. People really want to be in it. It wasn't just Queens too. It was people from all 5 boroughs that wanted to be in it. So that's when I was like, yo, this is not a game. People really, messing with it. So I was like, it really shocked me for a little bit.
I think that's what's dope about social media when you're using it the proper way. You know what I mean? Versus just I'm getting up, brushing my teeth, all that dumb shit. Like, you'd be surprised of how when you come up with an idea and just see, and you put it out there, and you'd be shocked like how you'll just see how many people will really want to be involved and do something that's part of something that's very positive.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I really can't knock social media because I think social media kind of had my back on this one. But even somebody had asked me the other day. Somebody in my school had asked me, some girl, she's like a little news reporter in my school. She had asked me, you know, if it wasn't if it was no social media, you know, how would you have got it out? I said I would have made blank copies, and I would have went to every shop that I known the man in Queens, Brooklyn, Jamaica Ave, downtown Fordham Road, 125th Street. I would have went and I would have gave people copies like, yo, for every person who come in and buy a purchase over $5 or $10, you give them this free CD and tell them go home and watch that CD. I would have did that.
That's that old school guerrilla marketing there.
I would have, you know, I would have did whatever I had to do to get it out there.
They don't do that no more.
Nah, man.
People lazy.
Everything is social media now. If you have some sort of phone, you can access YouTube. Even if your data plan is all messed up, you can still watch part of it. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wanna do that no more. They want to see the whole thing.
And I think it's more lazy because it's like it's right here, and then you know people start getting
it's right there.
They get a certain amount of followings, and they start acting a certain way, like they Hollywood, like if they just made it to Hollywood big, like you know what I'm saying, like so.
That's one thing you can't do. You can't turn your back. Like somebody had like this whole week, ever since I had put it out, like everybody's come my way with different questions. I've been answering people's questions on Facebook with like stats and stuff like that, but somebody had said, you know, if, you know, my little cousin, him too, he studies like money and violence and like the double up. He like looks at all of that, you know, so he had told me, he said, you know, if somebody from Money and Violence had came at you and was like, would you leave your homeboys who's in the movie and, you know, just put all of us in the movie? I said, you know, I had asked him, I said, in all honesty, I said, I would put everybody in. I said, because that's the type of person I am. I want to see everybody have a good time. I want to see everybody have fun. And that was you know, the good thing about doing it. When I did Disorderly Dreams, I kind of noticed everybody that was around. What I had did was, after I had told people, I was like, I'm gonna start filming, and for the main characters, I had knocked out all the scenes with all the main characters, and like for all the other scenes and stuff, you know, that's the thing about filming. Some people flop on you, some people flake, whatever you want to call it. So I had to use who I had to use, and whoever was around, I had told them like, yo, come on, bro, get in the movie. I got this for you. I explained it like a few minutes. All right, we doing this. So follow this, study it, then we're going to get into it. And then while I was doing it, I noticed that everybody was in there was just having fun. And like no violence happened, nothing. So I said, if I could do that, if I could just have everybody out for a few days of fun, weeks of fun, no violence, no nothing like that makes me feel good inside. That makes me feel like I'm doing something good. And that's the thing that I loved about it. And that's why I told my cousin, I'm like, you got to understand something. I said, if I could just, you know, even if somebody comes like, would you take all your homeboys out and put us in? I'm like, nah, I wouldn't do that. I would have everybody inside, because that's the type of person I am. Like I said, everybody deserves to have fun. You know, it's called life. You got to understand, everybody's young. Nobody's over 30, whatever you want to call it. Everybody's young, and we just trying to live life to the fullest.
And I think that's dope, because it's like, in a kind of way, you still giving back to the community, because these motherfuckers could be shooting, robbing, stabbing, doing all the kind of the dumb shit. So the fact that you're giving these dudes something creative to do and show them a way that is better than doing what they're not supposed to be doing.
It just,
that's
you know,
A1.
And it's crazy, because shout out to my boy JC Rover. He's in the movie too. He's the person who plays my brother, and like he was kind of, besides me, he was like, I could say one of the key people who actually like was like really behind me. He really pushed me as well, and I had brung it to him like probably like 3 weeks before we started shooting. I was like, what should I do? I said, should I go out and look for people who I feel would just fulfill it perfectly, or should I use what we have out here? Because, you know, in the hood, everybody like to joke around. Everybody like to lollygag. So I'm like, I don't have time for that. I want to get this done, get it out the way, and that's just that. He said, in all honesty, bro, just like get people from the hood and just see how it go. I got people from the hood, and they just perfected everything just like that. I got a few characters is out of Queensbridge, but everybody else is, you know, they're from the hood too. So it's like everyone could just came together and just related just like that. Because it's not only like, if you look at Disorderly Dreams, you know, it's like more or less of, I could say, part 4 is, part 4 I'm trying to put out Sunday or even tonight. But more or less, I would say part 1 and parts 1, 3, and 4. That's how Queens really is set up. Queens, you know, a lot of people try to talk down on Queens. Everywhere I go, everybody say Queens is whack. Queens is not like that. But it's like our whole side, like the whole West Side, is kind of, it's like a foul place. Not only outside, but South Side, Fall Rock. Yeah. The whole Queens is just, I feel it's just crazy, and that's what I try to implement in the movie. If you kind of like mostly Part 4, when you look at Part 4, you're gonna be like, yo, that's crazy. How did that happen? Because it's like Queens is just foul. If you look at the end, kind of, I would say last 5 minutes of Disorderly Dreams, you would be like, that was his man's. How he gonna do to his man's? But that's how Queens is. I could be with you for one day, and then something could go left. And then out of nowhere, we could be eating together, and you could just switch up on me just like that, because Queens is like just that foul. And that's the problem now in Queens. And some
I think that's like that everywhere.
That's you know. I mean, this.
I know what you're saying though, but I think Queens is probably just like 10 times more.
It's
you know what I mean? Because
somebody had asked me this question too, and I everywhere I go and somebody asks me this, I answer it just like this. They say, what borough do you think is the most like solidified? You know, I say Brooklyn. Brooklyn is like, their loyalty and their unity, they come together. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, that's
you could be from East New York, I could be from Brownsville. We could have beef. But when it comes to making money, hey, I'm all for it, brother. Let's go do what we gotta do, post this, do that, let's get on this song. Everybody like eats. And that's the thing about Brooklyn. That's why I salute the Brooklyn, because Brooklyn, it's just crazy. Like, I look at they loyalty, and I be like, that's why if you look, everybody say, why does that person from Brooklyn go viral that fast? Why did that person from Brooklyn get signed? Why? Because they all stick together. Yeah. I could not like you, but I can still bump your songs in my car. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing about Brooklyn. Queens is not like that. You know, our neighborhood could be like, you know, we don't like them dudes up the block, but it's like certain people mess with certain people, and I feel like that's just corny. Like, my man's here, he can mess with somebody I don't like, but I'd be like, don't bring him around me. So if you bring him around me, it's lit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just the corny part about Queens. Everybody like should just grow up. But I mean, who am I to control Queens? I could just control my life. I can't control what go on in everybody's life. Right. You know, I just try to do what I can to put on the best I can.
Go. Whoa, I feel you. So I guess this is the leeway to you trying to bring Queens back into a form of unity.
Yeah, this is the way. This is the way you're bringing it back, you know. And it's crazy because when I had put out the trailer, I ain't know what results I was gonna get. Because when I put out the trailer, I'm like, yo, because everybody was talking about it in the hood. Everybody was like, you know, we was in the movie, you know, we was in Rich Roman's movie, you know, we was doing this, we was doing that. So everybody's just like, oh, it's a movie, like, you know, we don't know, like, it's just a movie. It's probably just something for their health, you know, it's just an extracurricular activity. I put out the trailer and it was like, okay, 17 minutes, 30 likes. I'm like, all right, well, we ain't probably going with 30 likes. Then I got to like an hour, it got up to like 62. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bed. I'll check the results of this in the morning. I woke up in the morning. It went from 62 to like 150. I'm like, damn, like that fast? I'm like, wow. So I'm just going through it. And there's people now that I don't even know that starting to like it now, because I got mad subscribers too. So everybody's just starting to tune in. So I'm like, okay, maybe we're getting somewhere with this. Right. After I didn't see it, because like I said, you know, times, you know, with our generation is crazy. You could be on media, but he may not be on media. Everybody's not seeing it. Yeah. So I had shared it. A lot of people more who didn't see it. Now they tuning in. Now they telling their friends about it. Right. It's just going left.
Domino effect.
Yeah. So after that, everybody just started hitting me up like, "Yo, what's up? What's this? Like, you know, can we be in it?" At people asking to be in it, but I'm like, it's over. You know, we're gonna start back in August. That's when I plan on doing part 2.
And this is you said this is a movie, but it's broken down into parts.
That's what I had to break it down, because YouTube. I had to break it down because the movie was too long, so I had to break it down into 4 parts, because the whole movie as a total is an hour and 5 minutes, right. And I had to break everything down 15, 15, 15, 15, just like that, so people could see. So that's why some people may be like, yo, like, what the hell is going on? Like, that's I was kind of mad about it, but everybody like caught on that quick. After like part 2, everybody caught on, so it wasn't a problem.
And then from there, you breaking it down to web series.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm gonna do.
Give them like a full.
Yeah. After part 1 is done, I plan to do part 2. I would say in August.
Okay.
And I look to put that out in October, but part 2 might be a little bit longer. It might be 8 parts instead of 4 parts because, you know, a lot's going on. And, like, a lot of people hit me up just to be in it. So I want to show everybody love. I had shouts out to Harlem, too, because Harlem's showing a lot of love. Far Rockaway is definitely showing a lot of love for Queens. That's one of the key components in Queens besides the whole West Side and South Side. They definitely showing a lot of love. So I had told them I'm going to come out to Far Rockaway and show love, too. And, yeah, you know, I'm just trying to get everybody in tune.
Okay.
Know?
So how you go about selecting, like, who's going to play what character?
What I had said I would do, I had looked at the different roles because everything is mostly hood-oriented. And I had, you know, every person's description. I would try to match them with that the best. Everybody's not a gangster. Everybody know everybody's not a gangster. But, you know,
right.
A lot of people came to me like, you know, I could act. I could do this. I could do that. You know, a lot of people are actually good at it, too. Even if they not good, you know, I don't, you know, knock nobody. You know, 'cause I was never the best out there, but I work, you know, and a lot of people is out here working. So, like I said, I don't want to knock somebody because they out here working. You working just as hard as I am. Why not give it a try? Why not give it a shot, you know? Right. That's, you know, I said I would make sure everybody gets a chance, you know.
And that's that, like I said.
That's dope.
That's the beauty of the shit. Yeah. Because it's like, it's not like y'all taking acting classes. Yeah. Y'all just full-fledged doing it. And
that's the thing that I like, too, because it's like we got straight to the point. Like, don't get me wrong. It was a few parts we was lollygagging. We was joking. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, this is work. This is serious. You know, everybody know how serious I was about it. And we had to get the job done, you know. We had to get it done just like that.
Yeah, practice make perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
So, like, web series, movies, like
music.
Music.
Yeah.
What's up with the music? You got the who? That was you. We just that music we just bumping.
He got something coming up.
Okay.
As far as the music in the movie, like what I had did was certain people in the movie to rappers. That's another thing that I had did. I had put rap. I try to make it a good look for everybody too. You know who's rapping as well. So I had got a few rappers from around the way. I got a few rappers from Queens. Some people up here in the Bronx too as well. I try to make it universal for everybody. I said if you rap, you wanna after the trailer. I said if you rap, you wanna put your music in the movie. It's not not a problem. Everybody sent the music to my business email, but like I said, it's only an hour and 5 minutes, so I can't make music for every little scene. You know? And I think my director calculated too. In total, it's like a total of like 24 songs in the movie alone. Okay. But I had said after part 4 come out, I'm gonna put out the whole soundtrack on Spin Roller. That's what I said I would do. I would put the songs, the key songs, because I show love too to Nas and Mobb Deep as well, just from being from Queensbridge, So I had to stick a little something in there too for them as well. Like if you look at the movie, it starts off with the World Is Yours remix. And when it ends, it goes off with Back at You by Mobb Deep. So I want to show love to everybody, especially because they from the town. But I said for the whole soundtrack, the people whose music didn't get a chance to hit the movie, I would put their songs on the soundtrack. And certain songs that was in the movie by artists and, 2 Mobb Deep songs, 1 Nas song,
That's definitely dope.
That's
definitely dope.
Yeah.
So this your artist right here?
Oh no, that's my homeboy right here. That's my boy Mike. He wasn't here actually because he goes to school down south. Well, he's the ball player. He's the ball player.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But my artist, his name is JC Rover. He's not here right now. He's at the studio right now as we speak. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So
what's the name of the song?
Which song? It's a lot. The song that's in the trailer. It's called Get Mine by Skull, who actually is my cousin. He's from Queens. He's from South Jamaica. Shout out to 109 and God Brewer.
You got that cue?
Oh yeah.
Throw that on real quick.
I'm about to. So I got this in the mail for my job today.
Alright. Hope it's a fucking rain, nigga. I'm starving.
Thanks. Dear Mr. Jackson, Yo, these niggas just fired me, bro.
What? Stop going, man.
Bro.
I ain't scared. I love my friends. I'm still gonna get mine. I'm still gonna get mine. Hit 'em up, bang, bang, thoughts in my head. Haters that hate, but enemies want you dead. I ain't going nowhere, I ain't scared. Bricks and Benjamins, I love my friends. I'ma get it, 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 I'ma get it. I'm still gonna get mine. I'ma get it, I'ma get it, I'ma get it, I'ma get it. Hit 'em up, bang, bang, thoughts in my head. Haters that hate, but enemies want you dead. I ain't going nowhere, I ain't scared. Bricks and Benjamins, I love my friends. I'ma get it, 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 I'ma get it. I'm still gonna get mine. I'ma get it, I'ma get it, I'ma get it, I'ma get it. It's back to the money. These niggas looking bummy, so they looking at a nigga like they wanna take it from me. I'm a Southside nigga, can't tell a nigga nothing. I'm packing the guns to go elephant hunting. Crime scene clean, forensics find nothing. Paramedics mop 'em up when I bucket. I've been fly so long, it's only right a nigga bucket. Niggas want the best of
I'm about to, so I got this letting them know.
That was the trailer and the music, you know what I'm saying, to the new movie, The Sorely Drained.
Yes, correct.
Whoa. That's definitely dope right there, man. So what's your future in doing this right here? Like, what you trying to accomplish while doing these web series and these movies? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, outside of Queens, I had said, hopefully, you know, somebody, I'm trying to market it around, trying to, you know, shop it around. Somebody, you know, could pick the idea. We could talk some numbers, and, you know, it's on to the next. I could just write something else after, you know, because the thing about this whole, you know, idea right here, this whole idea is hood oriented. You know, I know you got money involved. There's just a lot of other series out, but this one right here is different because, like I said, this depicts, you know, Queens, our neighborhood, and what we go through almost every other day, you know. Right. And not everybody could relate to that because not everybody could speak for their hometown like that. So that's why I said this right here is a significant idea. And, you know, when I had, you know, wrote it, some things got changed around, but I would say like the beginning, like in the movie, the whole sister situation, the middle, and the end, I kept everything together. I just worked around it. And that's why I said, you know, whoever, you know, picks this up is going to have to, you know, put like the knowledge in that I did with it. Because like this right here, it's not that hard to work around. But then again, you got to actually sit there and study like, yo, what is really going on? Because you can't really think inside a person's mind unless you actually sit down and talk to them about what's going on and how they feeling, you know. So, yeah.
Okay. Whoa. So as far as like, I want to ask one thing. Like, as far as like when it comes to, cause I know you say you got a director, right?
Yeah. Shout out to director K-Mac too. He, you know, that's another thing too. You know, I wanted to get into. I didn't mean to cut you off. Bro.
Nah, you good, bro. It's good.
You know, the problem that we really faced, you know, with the movie too, was a problem that we had faced. The problem that we had faced was, you know, a lot of people ain't want to come to Queens. A lot of people ain't want to come to Queens, which that was the problem that we had faced. I had, you know, being as my movie, I'm not gonna send my man's like, yo, bro, you know, go look for a director. You know, that's not his job. This is my movie, so I want to get it done. I'm gonna get it done. But the problem that we had faced, you know, a lot of directors ain't want to come. I hit directors up. I had DM'd them, inboxed them, Facebook. I'm like, yo, I got the money. Like, you know, let's work. People was like, nah, leaving me on scene. Oh, I got to talk to this one and that one. Like, people was, like, really investigating. Even, like, certain characters kept asking questions like, oh, yeah, so, you know, it's crazy. Somebody had even went as far as Googling, like, the activities that went on in Queensbridge or something. And like, a week before, like, we started shooting, somebody had got shot. Somebody had got shot out there. Oh, wow. Somebody was like, oh, why you ain't tell me somebody got shot out there? I'm like, that don't concern with what I'm doing. All you could do is pray for the community. They like, why didn't you tell me somebody got shot? I'm like, wow. I said, you still, I mean, put that aside, you still coming. I never spoke to the person again a day in my life. They never talked to me again. That's crazy. And it's like, that's just how Queensbridge is. A lot of people was I'm not gonna say everybody's scared to come out there, but when people hear about Queensbridge or they hear stories or their friends talk about it, people don't want no parts. People don't come out, and it was crazy like that. But when I spoke to K-Mac was all for it. When I had brought the idea to him like a month ago before we had started, and he thought I was joking. He like, well, when you serious, hit me up. I'm like, all right. I was serious when everybody was dubbing me. I was like, yo, maybe K-Mac was still coming. At first, I thought he wasn't going to fool me because he thought I was joking. Right. But he was all for it from jump. And he was like, I'll come out. It's not a problem. I'm like, all right, bet. So the day we started filming, I told him to be at like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock passed, 1 o'clock passed. I'm like, oh, shit, he ain't coming. I was like, he dubbed us too. And I told everybody, Pop, I'm like, he ain't coming out here. Then like 2:15 came. He like, yo, where you at? I said, I'm in the crib. He said, yo, I'm in front of Palace Fraud. I'm like, all right, but I went and got him. He came out there, filmed. And it's like now, like our friendship even grew from more or less of just like a worker customer to like a brother friendship. Like, you know, it's crazy how everything just happened. Cause like he's one of those people who actually came out there, you know, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. I never seen that a day in my life. Like a person, like other directors who's out here going to Brooklyn and stuff, they didn't want to work with us because a lot of people, they know how Queensbridge is, so they ain't know what was gonna happen, you know. So that was the problem that we had.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's y'all way out, man.
Yeah,
Boy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with y'all shooting, right? Mm-hmm. And I know y'all do more B-roll than actually time that's put on the on the YouTube. So how does that go about? Like, how do y'all know where to take certain scenes out? Or because I know when y'all shoot, I know the whole thing be like, damn, like we got like 2 hours worth of B-roll. How the fuck we gonna squeeze this down about 17 minutes and break it down to how y'all do it?
Well, basically, like what I did with K-Mac, you know, I was going back and forth to his house just to make sure everything was perfect. Cause you know, like when we was editing the whole thing, you know, he had told me too. He said, bro, I can only put the effects on. This is your joint right here. You have to make sure everything is perfect. But he also gave me words like, all right, I think that's cool, but I think that should go. All right, matter of fact, you think about it. You think it should stay? Do you think it should go? And that's what we did. And when we had looked at certain key scenes or in between certain scenes, because we just didn't want to skip from part to part to part. That looks, like everything is rushed. So like with the whole B-roll, a lot of scenes had just squeezed in between like a little break. I call it like a little break. Everything was like from a break into the next scene, and then we'll probably come back to that scene, and then everything just keeps flowing just like that.
Oh, okay, all right. So everything got like is only like when you're dealing with certain characters. Yeah, they have their own storyline.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Then you jump into another one.
That's if you kind of look throughout the parts, everything is I'm introducing key characters. That's what I'm doing. I'm introducing characters, and throughout everything, probably from all the characters that's introduced. Throughout the whole thing, everybody's introduced, but everybody, something happens miraculous with somebody where it's just like, damn, like, yo, he just got introduced, but that's how it is though. So everybody, just comes in with a bang. Nobody just comes. That's another thing that we did too. We didn't rush it. We just got straight to the point with the person. We didn't, want to slow anything down. We didn't want to, okay, well, he's going to eat. He's going to, take a drink of water. Nobody. We're going to get right to the person on the character. That's what we did. And everything just is at a rapid pace, because like I said, I didn't want to make the movie too long. I didn't want to make it too short. I wanted everything to be right there. Okay. So every character, it just jumps like right there. Okay, this is him. That's Rover. That's Rich Roman. Boom. Just like that. That's how we, did it.
Dope. That's definitely dope, man. More success to that. I made the Solely Dream.
Yeah, man.
A movie that's on YouTube right now. Go look at that ASAP. Know what I'm saying? Anything else you got for us, bro?
Yeah. There's something else somebody had too. I don't know if the person is tuned in or whatnot, but like throughout the whole week, somebody had asked me this question. It ain't scared me or nothing, but it kind of made me think a little bit.
What's that?
Some girl had said, all right, so this girl, she lives in Brooklyn too. She had said, okay, so you live in Queens. And she had asked me too, like, so like about Queens, like, Queen, you say Queens is foul. She said, I kind of look at how they did change drugs and stack bundles. She was like, cause she said, they was bringing Queens back, and that is a fact because Chinks was one of the last people that we
that was
had. You know,
Queens.
shout out to Nas and 50 and Nicki, but it's like they had their time. Chinks was one of the young people who was actually putting on, and she was like, you know, because you're young and you're the only one out there with an active web series and everybody wants to be in it. The pressure's on you, which it is, but I like the pressure, you know. She said, do you fear for your life? Like, do you think you will go out like Chinks or Stacks? I said, in all honesty, listen, this is my life right here. You know, I put blood, sweat, and tears into this, so I can't really be scared because the next man is not on my level. All I could do is try to help him. If he's against me, then he's against me. Right. I can't. It's nothing I could do about that. But you know, that's just Queens for you. So I can't just say, oh, somebody is gonna do this to me. I can't think like that because right now I'm on a whole positive mindset. I can't low blow and be like, oh yeah, you know, I gotta watch my back. No, it's like everything. I'm on a whole positive note. You know, everything about me that has been going on is positive. So I can't think negative, like, oh yeah, he's gonna kill me. No, I can't think like that. That's not professional. That's unorthodox, I would say. You know,
I don't think you would get nowhere quick thinking like that.
Yeah, that's not gonna help nobody. Especially, I told her, all honesty, if I was scared, I would never did this. If I was scared, I would tell everybody, you know what, this is all you're gonna get. It's no more part 2, no more nothing. This is all you're gonna get. Take it and run with it. I'm out of here.
I'm done.
But I'm not. It's nothing to be scared of. I said, all you can just do is just try and make it. Cause like I said, we living in our last days here. My generation, the thing about my generation is there's no leadership. That's where everybody's messed up. There's no leadership. All everybody could do is just work together. It's not like a person would sit down and listen like back then. Nobody would do that no more. Nowadays, everybody just want to do things the fast way, the hard way. That's the problem. Right. I said if everybody could just work together, which I'm trying to do for everybody, everything would be much more better. And that's what I'm trying to, before, you know, going out to Hollywood, right now I'm just trying to, you know, look out for the smaller people. Right. And then after I know where their head is at, I'm going to go out and then work with the big people and then come back to the small people and just keep doing it back at a time, you know, just going out there and then showing people, like, this is much more bigger than what I thought it was. So now, everybody, let's work together even more harder, 10 times harder than it was before, you know, and that's where I want everything to go kind of land off.
All right, that's definitely dope, bro. It's a positive thing to do, man. I respect that, man.
Thank you.
Word.
Yeah, so let them people know where they can reach you at. What's your Instagram, your Twitter?
You can catch me on Instagram at The Real Rich Roman, on Facebook, Rich Roman, and on Twitter at Naj the Kid. I don't really do the Snapchat thing, so yeah, ain't no Snapchat. But yeah, those are the 3 main sites you could catch me on. But for like all the updates and stuff, like I said, Facebook, Rich Roman, Instagram at The Real Rich Roman for all types of updates on the movie and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
And is there a way for the people to reach you as far as like if they want to act or?
You could all inquiries are sent to richroman41@gmail.com, or it don't hurt to bite. You could just email me a DM inbox, whatever how you prefer. You could just hit me up and we could work. You know, like I said, undiscriminating against nobody. So like I said, it's all about working. If you really serious and you want to work, you could just hit me up. I personally don't care who you are. You could just work, and I said we could both get something out of it. Then hey, I'm all for it.
There you have it, man.
There you have it. Rich Roman, BBA Radio. You already.